Oh, jeez. That was a bit closer than I thought. Yeah, that's probably going to cost a few quid. Not good. Not good. This can't really stay here because this is in the way of the queue. Spotted a criminal. Once they've been identified and target exhibit, they'll reveal themselves, attempt to steal it, and then escape. How do we catch them? He's going to get away. Arrest that man. Where's the security? There he is. Run, dude. You can catch him. Oh, he's going to get off the map, isn't he? Look, he's going the same speed. Yeah, he's in the subway. We're done. Rubbish. A vandal fled the museum. Clary, you are rubbish. Very disappointed in your fitness levels. Oh, cool. Floating train hype.
Well, that's a derail.
As soon as I drive that, you know what's going to happen. Interesting. Can't actually connect. I've got a cunning plan. As soon as I interacted with the train, it went, oh, it's floating. Nice. For this cave person, I need a room for them. I guess we could go with this.
It's an exhibit. Why does this
Okay, that's freaky with the walls.
That'll inspire your taste buds.
What are you even
photographing?
photographing?
Grumbles. Shh, just don't tell anyone. Ships, silently delicious.
Ships. It's raining, and that means we're gonna really struggle to get up this hill. Let's hope I got that right this time. Oh god. I'm on fire today. I'm absolutely on fire today. Yeah, I may have disconnected that a little bit early. The flying fish, dynamic in fluids, epic. Hopefully they won't eat each other. Okay, we've got plenty more capacity. Right, need another assistant. What the heck? Has he bought a onesie? Oosha goop. I like fish. I'm going to buy all the fish gifts I can find for my friends and family. They're going to love Christmas this year. All these fishy things I'm going to get for them. I like the sea. Oh yeah, both security guards take a break at the same time. What could possibly go wrong? Why is this crane still trying to load here? It's completely full.
Yeah.
That's twice.
Oh, I can't see a thing.
I can't. Maybe the train operator can't see either because it's completely dark. He's like, oh, I can't see. There's a car there. It's still going. He's just throwing things on the floor. I don't really know how it's going to work, SG. Genuinely don't think I'd stand on this particular...
Not everything has to be a party, okay? The expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
So this particular plant seems to turn people into a clown. So now there's another mole, but I don't know where he is. Is that him? No idea. God, it's getting quite busy.
For everyone asking, toilets are located in the bathroom. You're welcome.
Look at him. Got his hand in the till. Trying to steal donations. What a scumbag. I'll put on. On. Yeah, I know. Trucks are going to have to go and drive down there and pick him up. Look, we got copper, boys. We got the copper. Quick. Take him to the electronics factory. No, he's putting them there. No. No, he's confused now. I'll put them there then. No, you won't. Yeah, I've got a donation bowl there, but I suppose I could do with a big one.
Assistant needed in the gift shop. The tat won't sell itself.
Is that a kid with a fish head on? Look at his face. The tat won't sell itself.
Oh, talking about Freddos, how's your Freddo?
Oh, I've still got him.
That's good.
In fact, me and Mr. Squirrel had one just the other day. Made her a cup of tea, and then we sat down and had a Freddo.
Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't it? That was our entire Valentine's meal.
A cup of tea and a Freddo.
Keep it cheap. Yorkshireman's Valentine's Day. On a break. Elvira. Well, that means you're next door to the training room, Elvira, doesn't it? Which means you could train up in fire resistance. No. Where are you going? No. If training's in progress, why are you walking back to the staff room? Oh, are you hungry? Don't worry about my deadlines. You make sure you get your sandwich first. That's fine. Yeah, now you can go and train, just so that we miss our 15-day deadline. Thanks. Oh, you want to go to the toilet now, do you? Now you've had your sandwich? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, then you can go for your training. Okay, that's good. That's all good. Yeah, nothing. We're not in a rush. I'm so glad I picked you for training. You're the best employee ever. That's it. And now you can come back for your training. You okay now? You don't need a little lie down or anything? No, no, no. You're all good. There we go. That's it. 6 days. Get your book out. Amazing.
Staff can receive training to be less useless and more useful.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to part 2. The Easter Sunday Quebec stream. If you had a nice break, and if you just joined, welcome. I'm just bringing this other truck around so I can attach it to that other trailer. Is that box going to stay there? That's the question. Just meant to get a long truck stuck in a lamppost. Oh, I've done that. The worst ones is when you glitch into scenery. Then you have to recover the vehicle. Track these two down. Welcome back.
Hello.
Jack Sims, if that keeps happening, that sounds like a skill issue, mate. I've had more problem with shards of ice than road signs in this map.
Explore Quebec, North America to find this. It is in this map. These maps.
Yes.
What?
Where though? We're missing an upgrade.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, you stupid game.
A piece of map we haven't. Oh, I bet it's up just where Paul is. If you look on the lake map, Sammy, I bet it's in that patch that hasn't been explored.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the amount of bothered in Summy's voice then?
It was more the plan of how am I going to go and get that. But I've got to do some scout shenanigans, so I'll probably do it then.
What's the best one? Oh, it's that one.
Good afternoon, Delta.
I mean, Captain Flint, you can set YouTube to show a nickname instead of your real name.
Can you?
Well, yeah, that's why when I chat on YouTube it says Passionate Puppy instead of my name.
When you set your nickname, does that allow duplicates, or can only you be Passionate Puppy?
I have no idea.
Couldn't find a way to do that. What did you do it then, Sean?
All the mods did it.
I know, but Captain
pretty
Flint
sure
says
we-
he can't find out where to do it, so where did you do it?
Let me fire up YouTube.
YouTube allows duplicates. Of course it does. Hence why we had them supermarkets in that time, do you remember? Waitrose and all that.
Right, Captain Flint, are you listening? Click top right hand corner. Go to YouTube Studio. Then from YouTube Studio on the left hand menu you scroll down to customization. And then your profile, and that is where you change it.
Yes, but it's my name. I don't want my real name to be Captain Flint. Well, can't you just change it to what you want?
You can change it to what you want. Mine used to say my name, so I got rid of it and changed it to Passionate Puppy.
So do you have to tell it that your real name is Passionate Puppy for it to do that, or can you just type in the box to
Oh,
say?
there's a display name,
Right.
and then there's one that actually changes your YouTube account name. Also, you can change it back after 14 days, so it's not like it's the end of the world.
End of the what?
End of the universe.
You can change it twice in 14 days. Bitter Ashes, how you doing? You figured that out yet, Captain Flint? You could do this in 2 trips, it wouldn't be a problem. But not Squirrel. Of course you could do it in 2 trips, but Robbo, but sometimes it's better to have a bit of fun. I looked at her and I was like, I can't be bothered doing 2 trips. And then I went, oh, have I got a truck nearby? Yes, I do. Right, let's do that then. However, the game's about to say no. Yes, I'm probably stuck on a pebble somewhere. I wish the truck that you're towing would just follow your line instead of just cutting the corner.
Nah, don't be silly.
Oh, it's doing it again. It's going, oh, I can take a tighter turn than you. Yeah, you can. Sounds like a skill issue. Says the man with road signs in his wheels.
Wait, what's this about road signs?
He's been playing Derail Valley and he keeps getting road signs stuck in his wheels. It's the third time it's happened today. And I said to him, it sounds like a skill issue to me. He said he keeps driving too quickly into corners and then slamming into lampposts and things. Kraken Dawn, thank you. Welcome back. Gonna go back to Railroad Online? Yeah, now and again. There's more work to do on it. You've drifted your truck on a number of occasions. Wow. Bigfoot's changed his YouTube name now.
No worries, Bigfoot.
Captain Flint still not managed it though. No, you replied and said, it's not exactly what I wanted, is what you said.
Except from, you asked to change your display name, so I told you how to change your display name, but that's not what you wanted because it's not a display. I don't know what you want anymore, Captain Flynn.
Exactly, what do you want?
Everyone else can do it without a problem.
It does, Bigfoot, I agree. It changes your channel name. Hang on, it's an alias. So you... Wait. You don't want it to display your real name, I get that. But you want it to be an alias that it shows in chat, but you don't want that to be the same as your channel name. So when you're in somebody else's channel and you say something, it doesn't show the name of your channel. It shows a completely different name for whatever reason, so people can't find your channel. What's the point of that? Surely you want that to be the same. I'm so confused.
What have you got on that YouTube channel that you won't want people seeing, eh?
Uh-huh. I mean, if you're that bothered, create a second account. Just use that. I'm not representing my channel in other people's chats. Okay.
But if you've got nothing on your YouTube channel, you're not representing anything. How do you think everyone else is? Everyone that types in YouTube chat, you can click on their name and go to their channel. It makes zero difference. It's the same as Twitch. You're talking in Twitch, I can click your name and go and view your profile and give you a follow. What, so you're representing your channel in Twitch? It's the same concept.
My adult son came to me this morning, was laughing, and I was watching you guys. His wife has just called asking what now obsession have I got him into.
Lol.
That looks well dodgy on that road.
I'm just glad Captain Flint found a new victim and isn't mean to me anymore. Lolscleros
Thank you, Mr. Dot Ponter Boy. Thank you the bits. I don't stream on Twitch, but I do put random videos now and again on YouTube. Create a separate channel. One that is not related to the content that you post on YouTube, and use that. You can easily switch in the app and on the website. You literally just go switch account.
Yep.
How on earth you get up there?
Right, so Paul, go to... Oh, how do I explain this? You see where the bridge is? Go towards the bridge.
Well, to me, Sean, it looks like I just go up that bit there.
What's that bit there?
I don't know. You're either watching or you're not.
I am watching, but...
Right, so that bit there. It's on the screen.
I can't see your mouse.
Wait, okay. From the lighthouse.
Oh, hang on. I've had to lean right in and put my glasses on. Right, I see it.
Yeah, from the lighthouse down to that road there. Is that not the way to do it?
Do a barrel roll.
Yes, that is the way to do it. Sorry, I had to lean right in to see your mouse.
Put your glasses on so you can hear him.
Okay.
What?
What?
Yes, MC. Thank you for 91 months. Can we go through that middle bit, or is that like a weird hole?
You can go through it now. That was Somi's pipe laying skill.
Yes, I fixed the road. Getting ready for roadcraft, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that my YouTube chat name is actually So Me or So My, because it's two separate words when I set the account up. So the first name is So and the last name is MY. I actually had to go at Paul's channel and click test to see what it actually wrote. I had no idea. Yeah, oh my, big footy, but it was So My. And I think I've actually once talked in somebody else's YouTube channel once, and they actually pronounced it like that, and I just laughed. Oh, Rome, it gets better than that. I made the account, it worked for about a year, and then YouTube banned it because they thought it wasn't a real person, and I had to prove that it was a real person, and I was like, it's not a real person, it's my gaming tag. And they were like, oh.
Also, Fred, when I done mine, it did not ask for first or last name. It just wanted what you wanted to call your channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to use my real name either on YouTube. Just have a separate name.
Oh, please tell me I've got the wrong.
Please what?
I thought I went the wrong way. I'm guessing you're just going around not the way that my truck is currently facing.
I don't really know, mate. I wasn't probably going to go that way, if that makes sense.
Your real name's Jake Paul, is it really? It's just going to cut every corner. Is Jake the annoying one or the really annoying one? I don't watch any of his stuff, so I don't know. Never heard of him. Wow.
That's impressive. Good luck.
Yeah, Dave. He was a YouTuber, then he started going into boxing and stuff. And then he started doing, he got mixed up with some gambling thing. Oh, gone past. Oh, well. Yep, I have.
Yeah, don't think I can recommend this as the same as the Elephant, really. The Mercer.
I can't remember the crypto stuff, Jack Sims. Yeah, I'm going to do this again. Is the DLC worth buying? It's largely similar to all the other map DLCs.
It is nice going back to the snow and ice, though, 'cause you don't really get it that often. I would like to see them go back to, like, I think we said it in the past, but you know, like the big construction jobs, like when they first released the game.
They've just stopped doing that. It's just got very... It's very formulaic now. Nothing really unique about any of them. It should have already been on, Soren. Well, I did have it turned on, Andy lad. So I guess it decided not to turn it back on again. Maybe it's when I went through the port. I had it running when I reconnected it.
Yeah, when you fast travel through a port or the tunnel, it turns
I get
all
that. But
different-
then I drove it around, put it behind this truck with the engine running, jumped into this truck and connected it, and therefore assumed the engine was still running.
No, don't be silly. It doesn't work like that.
I know you press X to switch the engine on, and for your information, I don't press X, I press square, right? Because I've got a PlayStation controller. But the point is,
very touchy now.
the engine was running when I jumped in the other truck, therefore it shouldn't have turned off. But this is SnowRunner, and it does its own thing.
But maybe it had stop-start technology, and the electronics played up.
On the screen it says square, and on the controller it says, look, see? I don't have an X. I do, technically, but it's the wrong one.
No! I don't have an X. Well, I do, but that's not the right X.
Well, it isn't, is it?
I feel like I've just had an argument with a teen, or that these teenagers had an argument with themselves. Like,
I prefer a more relaxed and calming gaming experience like GTA.
Yeah, like GTA RP, that's a relaxed gaming experience. That's very true, J10. It's not an X. It's a cross. You are correct. I don't have an X button. I have a cross.
But isn't an X just a cross?
X is a
and not
letter.
all X's crosses, but all crosses are X's.
Oh, that just hurt my brain.
I don't know. I don't have an X button, I have a Twitter button.
Okay, sir.
When I press it, I tweet. Look, the engine was running, and it just jumped in it and it turned off. Amazing.
Saving the planet.
Which implies the engine was indeed running when I was pulling it. So what did you have for lunch?
Nothing.
Really?
Yes.
I had a lamb chop and roast potatoes
But I thought you wanted beef.
with mint sauce. No, 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 no. I wanted a lamb chop. It was my daughter that doesn't like lamb and wanted beef, but she didn't
that
get
was
her
it.
own way. Mrs. Squirrel thought, you know what? If Mr. Squirrel wants a lamb chop, Mr. Squirrel's gonna have a lamb chop. And so she made me a lamb chop.
Aww. What about you, Simon? What did you have?
I didn't have anything because I've got a roast beef dinner once I finish.
I've not had lamb in ages, Jason. It was very nice.
Was it very tasty?
It was actually. And yes, Felsil, it was very nice. It makes you want a lamb kebab. Well, I'm not sure where the daughter is. I think the daughter's at a friend's, and I don't think she's back yet, so I suspect that had something to do with the decision. Pizza with pineapple, banana, and curry powder. I'm reporting that to the police.
Banana!
Hang on. Curry powder, pineapple, and banana
Banana!
on a pizza.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's banana! I want to play that game again, but I'm tired of being stuck on that one level.
No. It's annoying. Wanted beef and didn't bother to turn up. Yes. Welcome to the world of having children.
Oh, full bitter mode went in there, didn't it? Oh my.
Oh, if you have kids, you will find out.
No, I'm good.
See, I'm more from the camp of, if you're not going to be able to tell us where you are when you're coming back, you can sort yourself out. That's my camp. Mr. Squirrel, isn't that mean?
I was going to say, I was about to message Mr. Scroll and say, I know this isn't true.
Wait, what the heck? What just happened? Oh, my truck decided to drive into a lamppost, I see. You can text her. It is true. All of it. Although I don't know if she's made us some beef on the sly. She probably has. Don't know about that. But the rest of it all true.
Oh, I know that she's made beef, mate. There's no question of that. She's got to look after her baby.
Exactly. Trailer's on its side? I don't think it is. Like it's on its wheels. Your car? Get it back! I've been laminated.
Uh-huh.
Like 52 months blue eyes. I grew up with you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You won't find signs in English in Quebec? Probably not. Why does the game insist on leaving these little cones? I don't get it.
It's like they forgot, like, if road is fixed, remove cones.
Of course, I just had to put that fire hydrant on the outside of that corner. Yes, we're gonna stop before the F1 begins. Well, of course I do, NK. Uh, 6 PM UK time, 7 PM CET, or CEST technically. 5 PM GMT, 1 PM East Coast.
What time would it be in
10 AM.
Australia, Paul?
10 AM Pacific. I don't know. I don't really know Australian time zones relative to us. But you're the scheduler, Sean. You know all these things.
I don't do that time zone.
Oh, you don't do that time zone. Okay.
I should probably add that time zone to the website schedule.
Yep, because we do have lots of Aussie friends here.
Yeah. I don't know what time would be best for them, though, because isn't there multiple time zones in Australia?
There are, but I mean, east side. I would have thought
in chat?
Melbourne, Sydney is the popular ones, isn't it? But then I think we've had people from Perth before. But I don't know. Is there anybody from Australia here? Which time zone are you in?
Isn't it the east is +12 and the west is +8?
We tend to see them in the morning because that's their evening.
I'm just wondering what time zone would be best to put on the website for them.
Okay, so we've got 2 guys from Perth. What time is it in Perth right now?
1 in Melbourne.
1 in Adelaide.
Oh, come on. Really game? Perth is GMT +8, so that would be +9 on us right now then.
If I could add 1 Australian time zone to the schedule on the website, what time zone would you guys prefer?
Well, their time zone. Obviously.
That works best for everyone.
Is there an Australian time zone we can put and all the Australians can understand and easily calculate relative to that?
GMT, that's the one. And even we're not on it.
Yeah, but not everyone's in Discord.
Discord changes it to your time anyways. For the ones in Discord, yeah. They get it already, like you say, adjusted. Big tree.
Sydney time makes sense. I'd say do Melbourne time since it's the same as Sydney.
What?
Someone said I would do Melbourne because it's the same time as Sydney.
Right.
And someone said Sydney makes sense.
And what's that called?
Yes.
Is that called like Eastern, or is that called
Crock-a-clock.
EAST.
what's that? Australian Eastern Standard Time?
I'm
In my
guessing
head
so.
it was, no, it's never eat shredded wheat.
No, that's always eat shredded wheat. Is it true? Australia, the Easter Bunny is replaced by a bilby because the rabbit invasive. Maybe. I don't think they like rabbits over there, do they?
Whoa, I have seen, playing GeoGuessr, there is plenty of... I can't believe I'm going to say this, so it's going to make me laugh again. There is plenty of places where you...
Is this anticlimactic, Paul? Or?
I have no idea.
So you know, like you've got dog kennels, they call it bunny boarding. You can board your butt, and me being me, I had an image of my head of a bunny being tied down to a chair being waterboarded.
I knew he was going to say that. Bunny boarding.
That's the first place. My head was like, there's this bunny being interrogated.
Afternoon all GD to see pups back on. 10:49 PM Perth time.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for the bits. Chris, thank you for 16 months. 10:49 Perth right now. Okay, so you're +5. No, you're +7. Blimey. Wait, you're +8? Well, that's not right. If it's 10:49 in Perth and it's now 3:49 as it was, that's 7 hours.
Also, 8 minutes the same around the globe. So how can it be 59 but only 53 for us?
No, it's when he said it. He sent it at 49.
Oh, okay.
Isn't there time zones that are 15 minutes and half an hour?
Earth doesn't do daylight savings, but Sydney does. Oh my god!
That's not confusing. To be fair, I wish we'd get rid of summertime stuff.
Thing is, the sun would come up like
Would you not
extraordinarily.
just put it as Canberra time, which is 10 plus GMT?
That was deliberate, Cleopatra. I figured the easiest way was to get that, was to just ditch it off the side, then go and get it.
No, Chrome, that's not how that works. Canberra is plus 10 GMT. The fact that we are currently in BST is irrelevant.
Yeah, GMT doesn't move around.
GMT is what everybody should use.
Or as they now call it, UTC.
Thanks to the French, but let's not go into that debate.
No. They wanted to move the whole thing from London to Paris, funnily enough.
Yeah, and Canberra is currently plus 10 GMT.
GMT, UTC are the same. They're the same, but they're not the same. One's a time zone, and one's a standard. And there is Wikipedia pages that explain that in glorious detail, and I glazed over halfway down the page. So feel free to go and read up on it.
Greenwich Mean Time and Universal Time constant, isn't it? TLAs. Ah.
Exactly, it's like an X and a cross. Or a Twitter, but different. Yeah, I don't know how China gets away with a single time zone. Because it's quite a big country, and people on the eastern side and the western side, one of them's doing 9 to 5, and one of them definitely isn't. Yeah, but India's not that wide, is it? Like, China's really wide. Australia's really wide. North America's really wide. And when you're that width, you span so many meridians that you need time zones for that reason.
I've got an update on China. So officially it has one time zone, but technically there are 5. Because the different parts of the country have adjusted to the time zone. From UTC plus 5, plus 6, plus 7, plus 8, and plus 9.
There you go.
So officially there is one time zone, but in reality there is not.
I don't know what Russia does. No idea. Yeah, circus, I like 24-hour clocks. You wish we'd get rid of time zones? And do what exactly? Wait, so in some parts of the world, sunrise would be like at midnight? It'd just get weird, wouldn't it? What I wish is they'd sort the time zones out properly. And like generally follow the meridian lines, because it's just utter chaos when you look at it on a map.
I'm delivering short logs to a cabin in the mountain. It's taken me, let's see, 59 minutes to get roughly to the cabin.
I bet you wish you had more skill.
Well, I did have to go through 2 maps, pick up logs, and then travel the back roads because there's no main road to this place.
Wait a minute. Where's one of my cargo gone?
What, the one on your trailer? Or is that on the roof of your truck?
No, the one on trailer. I definitely loaded 2 on there.
It's there. It was on the... It was near where you are.
It's at the bottom of the hill.
How on earth has it got there?
Did it fall off?
When?
Oh.
When you went up the hill? That would be logical.
That would mean that the cargo wasn't packed. And the cargo was packed, which means it must
Even
have...
now it doesn't.
It must have unpacked it at some point when it tried to half-tip the trailer over.
So it only unpacked and tipped off one?
I think what happened was, remember when at some point in the journey it tried to do crazy stuff and the trailer nearly tipped over? I reckon it unpacked it at that point. It's been fine, and coming up that hill it's bounced off.
That's not fun. Would it be easier for you to leave your trailer there and just go and pick it up with a crane, dump it in the trailer, and then reattach the trailer?
Possibly. I wasn't halfway down.
I only just thought of that, but I was trying to be helpful.
Are you bringing short logs to the sawmill, perhaps, or not?
No,
Okay.
I'm doing another short log run that's even further.
I've done 1 short logs, but there's only 6 in stock, and I've just taken 2, so it only leaves 4.
Okay.
In before crane arm isn't long enough.
Yeah, I would like to scrap BST. The change is just not as useful as it used to be, right?
Like, I've got a solution to people saying that the sun would be up early. Blackout curtains / blinds.
I mean, it would be rising in summer at like 3 AM.
Yeah, is there really that much difference between 3 and 4?
Well,
No.
I mean...
It's not like it's 3 hours, is it?
Well, it only it lasts for a few weeks, and I think it's a price I'd be willing to pay to stop the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what the arguments are in favour of keeping it. Like, what are the good reasons to keep it?
Yeah, other than it means that you can be late to work at least 1 day a year.
What do they call your version of DOT? What's DOT? Is that Department of Transport or something else?
I would assume that's Department of Transport, so that'd be the DVSA, right?
It depends what the DOT does. I don't know. Because you've got over here, you've got DVLA and DVSA. They're 2 different things, and I don't know what DOT does.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, PPSA and DVLA, so...
Well, DVLA
Yeah,
deals with licenses.
Yeah, I thought the DOT dealt with vehicles.
Exactly, which is more DVSA.
Yeah.
Advanced Transportation, yes, but what does it do?
Does it deal with licenses?
Merry Easter to everyone.
Or
Oh,
cars
hey
and
Paul,
vehicles?
Sammy, Sean and the chat.
Yeah.
Hope we have been more
Great
shenanigans
work,
for the
Adelaide.
content.
Well, that's the highways.
Chris, that's your first delivery today, and you knew that somebody was going to talk all over it, and that's exactly what happened, Chris.
Excuse me, we were talking anyway, so that's on Chris. I don't care what anyone has to say here. We was having a discussion.
I'm just saying that it went quiet, he sent his delivery, and then you talked all over it. DOT is roadworks. Ah, well in that case, that's national highways.
Most of the time.
It's a cabinet-level branch agency responsible for overseeing national transportation systems and infrastructure. The functions include developing and implementing federal transportation policies.
That sounds more national highways than DVSA. Or
Yes,
DVR.
I would agree.
Yeah. But that does mention highways, railways, and air travel, and maritime transport, or we have 5 different departments for all of those.
Question is, can you name them all?
Well, National Highways, Network Rail, the CAA.
That's
Is it
three.
CAA? That is a CAA. And maritime. I don't know. Would that be under our Coast Guard?
I would say so. That's what I would put it under.
Jackson's, we do have people doing roadworks here. We just don't have anybody finishing them off.
And we're proud of it, damn it!
The endless roadworks.
I love. There's a section of roadworks near me, and it's something along the lines of like, we may be out of sight, but we are working hard, or something. It's
I've got signs like that where
delivery.
I am.
It's alright, it's under 200 bits, only Dave.
Oh. I just heard the ding. Yeah, so I need to take a picture of it.
Yeah, we have the... Yeah, you're right, we have the Port Authority and the Coast Guard. I did see that, Jack Sims. What was that one they wrote on the bridge in Chelmsford?
Oh, I know.
I took a photo. I
Is
walked
that
past
the height
it.
one?
Something about flooding.
Was it the canoe? No, what was it now?
It was something about flooding.
It was on the walkway, wasn't it?
It was on
under
the
the
walkway.
viaduct. That's right.
And they replaced the sound or scrubbed something out, put a snorkel there or something like this. I can't remember. Near the park it says about flippers and a snorkel. Service spare parts. Delivered to the dock. That's random. Roadworks are a British tradition, pretty much. Favourite parts of the roadworks are people who don't know how to use filter lanes. I think a lot of them do know how to use filter lanes. They just choose not to. Like when lanes are closing and they just drive all the way to the end. Todd. Ooh. Physics initialized. What is my truck? My truck just drove into the ground. Wait a minute. That's where you fixed that hole, Sommy.
Is that where the pothole's meant to be?
Yeah, that's... You fixed that.
Oh, I bet if me and Pups drove over there, that wouldn't happen to our trucks.
Well, it didn't happen to mine either until I just drove up behind this one. It initialized the physics and sent it into a hole.
What map are you on?
On regards to the road works, I did
wanna
hear
jump
that
in
the
these trucks
Northampton
and
works that seem to go in for eternity at Junction 15 have been
Fixed it,
completed.
people!
But don't forget, once roads been resurfaced, it's time for gasworks to redig it up.
Oh, Dave, that happens all the time. There's just no coordination between the utilities and roadworks. But I think that's supposed to be changing. Yeah, did you see the damage you just inflicted on the truck?
I mean, for me, there's no damage.
Oh no, on my screen, like hundreds of damage points just pinged.
Uh-oh. Hang on, if I jump out and you jump in, because the only bit that's damaged for me is like 1% on the engine. Where's the nearest vehicle I can jump in? Jump back in it?
The
Okay,
suspension's
that's
nearly
completely
gone.
different.
Yeah. Because it clipped it into the ground, so it just trashed the vehicle. I suspect that was a multiplayer bug that we just saw, even though it was me with my trucks.
And you're the host.
Yeah. We get more with telehandlers. There aren't any telehandlers in this game, are you? I don't think.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah, we don't use them.
Oh, I remember it. I think I remember one being there, and it's absolute garbage.
Stop and press the advanced menu to do anything.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's got the most awful UI.
Talking about if there's anyone listening in the northeast of England that knows where I can get a telehandler license, please reach out to me.
I thought we've been over this several times. I thought there was literally a school in your
I can't remember.
city.
Oh, I wonder if that machine's still there, Sammy, that you found.
Yeah, get this! My brother turned around and sent me an 18-ton rigid truck last night. I was like, hang on a minute.
You do, Romeo. You need an operator license. Most of it is just safety. Don't pick this up. Let it tilt over and kill people. It's that kind of stuff.
Chris, in the UK, yes you do. You can't get a job on a building site or anywhere if you don't have a license. They all require you to have the qualification.
It has to be that way because otherwise the company that employs the telehandler has insurance, and the insurance isn't valid unless the operators have been trained on health and safety and stuff. So that's the way. That's why it has to be that way.
Don't know what the telehandler one is called, but it's the same as a fork truck license and an iPath license. It's all. Yeah.
I did look it up. I can't remember what it's called though.
Hey, you've been through all this, Sean. In fact, you even looked up the price. I remember you telling me.
Oh, it was expensive, wasn't it?
It's like, I don't know, 1,500 or something.
Oh yeah, I got that sitting in my back pocket.
What the? Stop driving the truck into telegraph poles!
Yeah, but in agriculture, you're on privately owned land.
Yeah, look, if you own a farm and you buy a telehandler and drive it around on your farm, you don't need a license. Right?
Yeah, and that goes for any vehicle, every vehicle, all the vehicles. You can buy what you like and do what you like.
Put a 12-year-old and drive it around in a tractor with 700 horsepower, it doesn't matter. But when you're operating commercially for a company in a warehouse or whatever, you need a license. Busted a wheel. Thanks, game. Just drove me straight into a telegraph pole. And I've
No
got
one's
repairs.
reached out to me yet. No one wants to live in the northeast of England.
Well, even you're trying to get out of there, so do you blame him?
No.
Yeah, that's a tricky one, isn't it? So, as far as I know, there isn't a license category for telehandler on your driving license, right?
No.
I think it's a separate
It's an
card you
operator's
get.
license.
No, an operator's license. I'm on about if you actually drove a telehandler on the road, a licensed, taxed and registered telehandler, presumably you would have to have the correct weight entitlement to drive that telehandler.
Let's ask Dan. Dan knows all about this.
Can
It's
you
his
drive
job.
down the
Dan!
road?
I, in theory, can drive anything on the road because I've got a full license.
Yeah, telehandlers on the road would come under Cat C, someone says.
Which I have.
Yes.
You can do it under a regular B, but you need specific insurance cover. Right. Because I would argue most telehandlers are over 3.5 ton.
I would say so, yes.
What's a C?
18 rigid. There's a weight, but I can't remember.
I don't have C. I have C1.
You have a C1, which is 7.5 ton.
Well, why would it come under a C then?
Because the C is a one above a C1.
Yeah, but why would a telehandler need a C and not a C1? You're not going to lift 7.5 tons, are you?
Well, no.
They can lift that. Lift more than that, can't they? Depending on the telehandler.
Yeah, rigid 26 ton is a C. I would argue you need a C1 to drive a telehandler, or a medium telehandler.
Yeah. That handler comes under a Cat B on your license, which is for cars. Zandy Land. Somebody needs to have strong Google foo.
I'm Googling it.
Ask Gemini.
Weird one is you can drive a 20 plus ton steam traction engine on the road with a normal 3.5 ton car license.
That's amazing, Chris.
Here's one website from 2022. Generally, the type of license required to operate a telehandler on the road is a full valid Category B car license.
Yeah, fair enough.
So with a B license, you can operate a 20 tons steam traction engine and a telehandler.
Yeah, but interestingly, you can't drive a steam roller without a roller license, as far as I know.
That's because they're dangerous.
Which is a G.
Jimbo, if you use... we did have a roadcraft link. Yes. It's in Discord, Jimbo. Maybe if Ron could lift it out of Discord and post it. I think I posted the roadcraft one a while back, didn't I?
I swear, I thought
Well
we
done,
had a
Pups.
car.
Brilliant command.
Well done, pups.
I thought that was exclamation mark. Yes, I forgot that was the...
Yes, Andy lad, I have a H on mine. The only categories I do not have is a G and a D.
Which is motorbike.
A. Oh, I haven't got an A. Oh, but yeah, well, I have a provisional A. I do feel like I need to do a Pokemon and like get all the licenses, but I don't know if I want to quote unquote waste $1,000 to get my motorbike license. You know?
That's the thing. Like, I could go and get licenses, but you just think, what's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point? Best way is where you've done it, where they pay you. They basically pay for your license.
It was paid for completely,
Yeah, yeah.
including the stamp to the DVLA, and I was on overtime whilst doing my driver training.
Yeah, I'd totally get down with that.
Like, yes, of course I will go away and waste £4,000 and get everything for me out of it. Thank you, bye. By the way, yes, I do know that the training for a CE can vary, and it starts at about 3 and finishes at about 6, but let's go with 4 as an average, shall we?
I don't think they did that egregious. It was like a no strings attached training.
I have to say, basically, if it came to it, I think I would rather pay $1,000 and do my D than pay $1,000 and do my A, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's an A license for?
Motorbike.
No,
And that's to get a motorbike. It's going to cost $1,000.
the initial CBT is like 150, 200 quid, something like that, and then to do a full motorbike license is $1,000-ish. That included a bike hire though, whereas I could probably get it done cheaper than that, 'cause I could borrow a motorbike. But
Oh, Chris, I would love a job on a telehandler. You see me in Consim.
I wouldn't put that on your CV, mate.
And Tommy, the telehandler in SnowRunner is rubbish because you have to stop to do anything.
Yes, Williamson, but isn't that about £1,000-ish? Your CBT, your 4-day course, and a bike hire is about $1,000, isn't it? Ish.
What happens if you get caught without a driving license? Your car gets taken off you. And then you get a fine and points on your non-existing license and maybe possibly a ban.
Well, you're done for driving without insurance, driving without a license. That's just the start of it. They changed the telehandler controls a while ago. Are they any good now?
£500 for a 4-day course, not including theory. Okay.
What about the motorbike though? Is he on about motorbike license or telehandler license?
We were talking about motorbike licenses, Williamson. Yeah.
So what is that with your own bike?
And I don't understand that, because if it's your own bike, surely it's not powerful enough because you don't have a license to drive one yet. Or can you buy a bigger bike and do your test on that? And how does that work?
There's power limits. There's different power bands. There's a provisional license limit, and then there's when you get your license, you have to drive to a certain limit for 2 years or something like that. It used to be, and then it goes unlimited.
Isn't it 600? Is the limit 600 when you pass?
It used to be 400cc. I think they probably do it on power now. I don't know.
I think I paid about £700 for my H, I think. But let's face it, most of that is fuel.
Speaking of fuel, just bust my fuel tank and I have no repair points.
Have you got some on the top of your elephant, or are you not near that?
It's not my elephant, but my elephant's back at the port, so I need to try and get over there. But in that time, all my fuel's going to drip out of this thing. It's super annoying shards of ice. If you're older than 21 or 25, you can get direct access license. What's that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is that? And is it less than 500 quid? Because I might then do my motorbike for the sake of it.
There was a phase many years ago where young people were getting a license and dying, so they put an age limit on some part of it.
Right.
You
skip
the
over.
season. Okay.
I want a bike so bad, however I've seen way too many terrible accidents. Very rarely does it end with just scratches.
I mean, King Awesome, I've come off bikes more than once. and never been seriously injured at all. It depends. Like, you can fall off a bike and be fine, but it's when you hit things is when bad stuff happens.
Were all of yours low speed? Or were some of yours high?
One of them I was extremely lucky. I lost control of the bike and on a bend and went through a garden and went through a hedge and straight into a guy's front garden. And the guy said to me, when I went through the hedge, he came out and I'm stood there in his garden, trashed his flower bed, and he said to me, "You're quite lucky because 9 times out of 10, my taxi would be exactly where you parked in the driveway.
Wow.
You just went through that hedge." He said he's gone in for a service. So, I mean,
wow.
that could have been a life-changing
2
moment.
days a year where his taxi's not on his driveway.
Yep.
Wow.
I could have easily T-boned that taxi and my life would have been very different.
As if done.
That
Fell
was
off
the
my
worst
bike
one.
coming out of the test centre.
Lol. Yeah, another one I just basically low speed dropped it. Lost control of the bike, low speed dropped it. Picked it up,
You get
scratched
it.
all the fairing, hundreds of pounds of damage. So, you know, but I don't know, bikes aren't inherently safe, but then neither are bicycles either, you know, and things can hit you on a bicycle.
You can get airbags and stuff now for bikes that you wear, can't you? That you attach, and if it gets pulled, it launches the airbag.
Have you ever seen the footage from the 60s where they were basically looking to mandate airbags on motorbikes? And they've got these like prototype motorbikes with giant airbags down the side sticking out.
Lol.
Honestly,
Was
they nearly made that law and nobody would have driven a motorbike.
that the same time that they were trying to do seatbelts on motorbikes?
Oh yeah, because that's got to be useful, that one. There's a guy that I watch and he rides a bike and he's got like, it looks like a life jacket and it's an airbag and there's a hook that attaches just under his handlebars, and if he falls off, it pulls and inflates the airbags.
It'd be that one day that you forget about it and just jump off and be like, ah!
Used to ride into his rear end into light. Yeah. Yeah, you quickly realise that most of the time it's not... Assuming you're not an idiot, then the only thing that's going to cause you harm is everybody else. And then you think to yourself, well, is that a risk I want to take?
Having been a pillion a handful of times, if not a few more, probably like 10 times I've been a pillion passenger, the motorbike riding thing doesn't really appeal in any way.
Oh, I absolutely loved it. It's just pure freedom.
I'd like a motorbike.
It's wonderful. Like, traffic, don't care. Like, open road, you feel the air, you feel the temperature outside, you smell everything, it's just visceral. But I totally get why it's not for everybody.
I've always liked the concept of riding a motorbike. I'll tell you what, talking about bikes, I've spoken to him a couple of times, but he goes to my local hairdressers and he's got this old Harley Davidson that he must have ploughed thousands upon thousands of pounds into.
Oh, why can't I attach this crane to this cargo? I'm pressing the button and nothing's happening.
You'll probably have to switch to your mouse. It looks like it's bugged out.
It has got no dot on it. That's cool.
Remove it and spawn it again?
How do you remove it?
Go in the
Advanced
remove
menu.
cargo thing. Advanced menu.
What, remove it off the back of my... off the loading platform?
remove the one on the loading platform.
I don't know how you do that.
So come out of that menu and press the advanced menu, and then you.
That's so annoying. Still can't click it.
Mouse drag then?
What one are you doing, Simon?
Oil barrels to the helipad at the moment.
Okay, not. Just make sure we're not grabbing the same thing. If that doesn't work, I'll try mouse drag and pull.
I can't drag. Look, there's no. Oh. That's just so weird.
It's almost like your crane wasn't selected as your
Yeah.
like active winch point.
It thinks it's winched. It doesn't think it's on the crane. It thinks it's winched.
Crane
Yeah, it
is
does.
technically a winch.
Yeah, but I can't operate the crane.
Press the advanced menu again. Then press X.
I don't have an X.
Square.
You of all people should know that.
That's true.
What's it glitching out on me? Reckon that'll stay though.
So I normally just keep my winch attached to it.
Yeah, but I've got to pull it with the other truck, so once I winch to this, it'll detach that one.
Yeah, well, most people would do it in 2 runs, but you know, Squirrel.
So he has to be better than everyone else.
Oh, you've never done this, Sonny.
Oh, never! There is not any video evidence of me doing dodgy stuff with loads.
Well, can you honestly put your hand on your heart and deny that you've ever done that?
I didn't say that. I said there was no video
I
evidence.
know there's no evidence, but have you ever done it?
Nah.
I may have done it with an oversized cargo, mate. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
I should have screenshotted that, then there would have been evidence.
And that would have been pictorial evidence. That wasn't what I was denying.
What is that box doing back there? That's doing some weird stuff. That's gonna ping off at some point.
Are you busy, pups, or are you in between jobs?
I'm doing a job, but what's up?
No, that's fine. I'm heading to the helipad on the Ribeira map, and there's something like an object that comes from the top that needs to be brought somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
Where is that?
But when I was scanning through, the helipad is like on my left.
Okay, yep.
And there's like a mission to bring like something from there, I think.
And you're correct.
You want about the in search of old resources?
Is that what it is? What is it like?
Yeah.
Bring
a prototype.
Oh, the trailer.
exploration
That's
unit.
right. Yeah. Okay.
From where you go into by the gateway to the harbour.
Yeah, no, that's cool. If I can remember it, then I will pick it up and bring it down with me.
It was.
It's I knew there was something, but couldn't remember what it was.
So good.
Why is that still long?
Oh yeah, ironically, you know, when I was doing my truck license, there was the conversation about not needing a CPC.
Yes.
Not needed on
Guess
what?
not needing a CPC to drive a truck. Guess what they want us to do now?
Have one.
Yes,
Who does?
my company.
So what does that mean for you then?
Means another week off the books to go and do a week of training for that, whereas I could have done 2 weeks all at once and got it over and done with.
What's involved in the training then?
35 hours of classroom of learning how to be a professional driver.
Oh my god.
Well, in that case, all you say is you sit there, you drive, you stick your arm out the window and get trucker's tan, and you eat some fast food and donuts and bacon sandwiches and all. That's what they do in it.
35 hours of classroom training for that?
Yeah, and it gets better. You can either do 5 days of 7, or you can do 10 days of 3.5.
I think I'd do 10 days of 3.5. I don't think I could sit there for 7 hours.
I'd just get it done in a week. I'd be like, write the week off. But I mean, I just don't understand what content is needed for 35 hours. It's the same as a code 95, is it? That sounds like a cop thing. Yeah, we've got a code 95 on 57.
Suspect is fleeing in a Nissan Micro.
You won't get very far.
Yeah, so Andy lad, you're right. If you're not driving commercially, then you don't need the CPC. The law technically states that if you are driving less than 30% of your working hours over a 28-day period, you don't require a CPC.
Wait, you have to do that every 5 years?
Yep.
Oh my god. You wonder why the cost of everything's going through the roof. You can spread the 35 hours over to 5 years. Wait, what?
Yeah, so once you do your training, so once you've got it, you can then do 7 hours every year to keep it rolling.
We'll
So
do
you can
that
take
then.
a day off a year once you've got it. So you have to do a week to get it, or 10 days to get it. And then once you've got it, you spend a day every year doing it to
classroom.
keep it rolling. Yes.
Having a refresher.
What do they teach you, though? That's what I want to know.
Load security and first aid and accident and emergency planning and all sorts of other things that I can't even begin to think of. Tachograph stuff.
And there's 35 hours of that.
Riveting stuff. How not to drive tired. Know the signs of fatigue.
It used to when the CPC first came out, it was a mockery because you could literally do the same subject 5 times and get a CPC.
When I did my replenishment CTC, the instructor asked how I made sure I have secured my load in my concrete mixer. I said
is
make
two-
sure
and
that I
the
don't
2
unload
hour
on the road, and
segment
he
on the
accepted
signs
it.
of the
Scleros.
Well, somebody talked over that. One to one.
Half talked over it, didn't he?
Yeah, he got halfway.
Sorry.
Yeah, and like Ponter Boy says, you know, he drives a concrete mixer. How are you supposed to secure a load in a concrete mixer. Sorry, I punched my mic. I'm that
Well,
infuriated.
easily, you get some ratchet straps, Sonny, and you sting them in with a concrete.
Have you seen the
Done.
sarcastic DVSA pullover ones where people have got a single ratchet strap over a pile of sand?
Yes.
Like, obscure load, mate.
I reckon a tarpaulin sheet over the hole on the concrete mixer, you'd be fine. How far in advance do you record your Derail Valley? Up until, like, yesterday's video is the last one I did last week. Yeah, the mod that makes the jobs line up is probably not working in the new update. So I have to disable that now. It's all very annoying.
Yeah, as long as you pull on the strap and say that ain't going nowhere, that's considered secure, yeah.
No, Chris.
But yeah, so that's exciting. That may or may not happen. Probably will, but you know.
Sounds like it's gonna have to.
Well, it's due to the unique geographic nature of where I live.
One good thing on the CPC course, you can fall asleep during the CPC training, as the company don't pay you for doing it, that's you as attended, and yes, I have fell asleep before on the CPC course.
Sammy, I have a question.
Yes?
You stopped talking because that delivery came in, right?
Yes.
So how is it you're able to do that when Pops can't?
Because I have skills and he doesn't.
Also because it shows up because it's a bit delivery.
No, I didn't look at chat. I had heard the noise.
Oh, I don't have the noise, and I asked for the link, and I never got the link.
Hang on, if he's having the link, I'm having the link as well.
This is why I don't think I'm going to give anybody the link. Because I can't control where the link goes.
To me and Sammy.
And it literally pops up and says, do not share this link.
Yeah, because I have skills. Yeah, you see, the difference is, Dave, is I would be paid to do my CPC because they want me to do it.
Well, they kind of need you to do it as well, don't they?
Well, it's so, yeah, due to the unique geographical nature of where I live, it's probably very unlikely that I will breach 30% in 28 days. But the argument that obviously I love to throw in their face is prove it. And until I do the course, they can't prove it.
No, they've never changed it, Rich. You're hard limited to level 30 on your profile, and players who join you don't get very much. Like, pretty much since year one, all of our XP's gone in the shredder because it doesn't track it.
Since we finished the Alaska map, because we did Michigan, Russia, and then Alaska, right? Since we finished Alaska, I think we've been level 30s. Yeah, so that was that's fun and shenanigans. That was literally dropped on me Monday, I think that was. Like, oh yeah, you know how when you did yours, you wanted to do this, and you said why not, and they said we don't need it, and then I said yeah, fine, and then now, oh yeah, actually we want you to do it.
I mean, It's no skin off your nose.
No, it's not, mate. It's not. I'm not. It's not a whine or a whinge or a moan. It is just a. Here we are.
I have a question. Is there
Here
a...
in Sweden it's law for the employer to pay for the replenishment courses, but also here in Sweden they are talking about making it so if you don't pass the replenishment course they won't let you renew your CTC skill rip.
Tough one.
Sorry, pups.
It's alright, it sounds like you made the same noise that I do. Go on, pups, it's safe to talk.
I don't want to talk now
He's
because I
sulking, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
No,
fine. Yeah, it's fine, mate, seriously. I know this behaviour.
My question was, is there a test at the end of this, or can you just sit there for 35 hours and just say, I've attended?
There is there's a mod 2, which is case study exams at a DVSA test centre. But as far as I think, because I don't know, the mod 4 is just literally like participation and attendance.
Cool. So you get paid to sit in a classroom for a week, and at the end you get a participation medal. That's my kind of course.
I was going to say, I'll be down for that.
But yeah, because it's something like your theory test is your mod 1 and 1A and 1B or something, and then once you, obviously that's what I've done, and then I did mod 3, which is actually your driving, and that's 2 parts because you have your maneuver coupling recouple thing, and then you have your actual drive, which is another thing. But the recouple couple thing is done by your test people, not the DVSA now.
Mr. Kenko.
Hey, on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenko, for the raid. Welcome, guys. Hope you're well. Thank you, sir.
Don't know if I'm going to be able to turn the bot off quick enough.
Can we get can we get some squirrel nuts in chat for the raiders? And yeah, pups, if you're able to. Pause
I'm doing it.
Pause the bot so it doesn't freak out with the raiders.
Hang on.
How you doing, Kenko?
I've turned that part of the bot off.
Lovely.
I'll turn it back on soon. Oh, Kenko, how are you? Are you feeling better now? Because I know you was on antibiotics.
Oh wait, did he get flu at the same time as you, Sean?
No, yeah, wrong.
Curious.
Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
You don't know how to pronounce it.
What? He posted it.
What are you going to say, bronchitis?
That's the one. Thank you, Paul.
That's not hard to say. I didn't know you had bronchitis, Kenko.
But if he was in his Discord, Paul, you would have seen the announcement. Saying,
I'm in his Discord. I'm in a lot of Discords,
friend.
and I don't read the announcements in most of them.
I'm the true friend here, Kenko.
Oh, here he goes.
Paul acts like your friend, but then he bullies you and sends you text messages every time you show.
What? As if.
You've done it for 2 days in a row now.
Because you prompted him.
Yeah. And also,
need
can
to
I just
find
point out that the other mods as well also texted you to say that you were sure.
True.
I just thought, I think I'm going completely the wrong way. I think I'm coming back. Yeah, I knew it. I'm coming back to where I came before. It's alright. I've realised just before I made the turn. So it's all good. The only problem is I need to go back slightly so I can drop down that ramp. Pause your car. Oh, maybe you can get through this way. Has anybody been over that south bit?
What bit?
Yeah, the docks.
Yes.
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 Is that drivable?
It's okay.
It wasn't a scout.
Oh, yeah.
I've done it in a lorry and it's okay. Just don't go fast because it will absolutely rip your suspension apart.
He is getting short with me. That's exactly what's happening.
That was terrible. That is terrible. So it's something you get in a Christmas cracker.
can I confirm? Did we actually confirm that Kenko is either shorter or taller than Sean?
Equal to me.
Sean says that he is shorter.
We've been in the same place.
Yeah, but you had your high heels on, so it was hard to tell.
Oh, go away.
I kind of think without your heels, I think Kenko might have been taller.
No, I am exactly 3 inches taller than Kenko.
Wait, what? Sean is taller slightly, but that's because of his shoes. So was that you didn't have shoes on at the time, or?
Kenko is 5'4". I am 5'7".
You are not 5'7".
Paul measured me.
That's what I said. That's exactly the response that I came out with.
Is he actually 5'7"?
I don't think he is.
I don't think he's 5'7".
You literally measured me, Paul.
Yeah, I did heels on. I keep saying. I think you're more 5'4".
I thought he was 5'4".
He's gone quiet. You okay, Sean?
No.
Donation.
Hashtag bring back pups in drag.
Oh, and let's not start that one again, otherwise I'll time you out for the rest of the stream.
Mod abuse.
I don't care about mod abuse. I'm not listening to that again.
Oh my god.
So, no, it hasn't actually been confirmed then, is what we can take.
Yes, it has been confirmed. Paul's just being horrible.
How was it confirmed, Sean? Was it in writing somewhere?
You literally measured me, Paul.
What with?
Outside where we were staying while we was waiting for a taxi, I said, I'm 5'7", and you went, no way, and then got out your measuring app.
Oh, we measured it on that?
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
It's not accurate.
No way.
It's not accurate.
I'll tell you
No.
what, after the stream, I will get a tape measure out.
I did get the app and do, like, you know, toe to top. But I don't know how accurate that is.
I am 5'7".
Put it like this, I would not trust an app to measure anything enough for me to cut something because the app said, oh, it was this wide.
Thanks,
So he's
game.
5'7" on an app, yeah.
No, I am 5'7". You there next year, Sammy?
Possibly.
I will bring a tape measure.
No, I will bring my own tape measure, thank you.
Okay, you bring your own tape measure.
The date's been confirmed for that yet, or not quite?
Not yet.
Yes.
Well, that was a chat answer, wasn't it? No, they haven't. Yes, they have.
Wait, dates for what? Depends what date you're on about.
He's on about next year's trip to
Yes.
London.
Yes.
He's on about that.
Send me a message.
Yeah.
Wonder if Kenko will come again.
Oh,
I did go into his chat and he didn't time me out and I was so shocked.
Why? What happened, Sammy?
Nothing! Nothing happened whatsoever. I have no idea what you are referring to.
He's still here.
Is Kenko? Yes, he is. There he is. I walked in and I was like, I literally went in and said, hi, I'm sorry, I haven't managed to get in since January. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. And he didn't time me out. I was absolutely shocked.
It sounded like something happened. I still can't believe I so nearly needed an oxygen tank when that happened from nothing.
that was funny.
I still blame Paul because
Hey,
we
what?
know what was meant to happen, Sammy. I need to see that gif again.
Yeeted.
I've got it saved. I can send it to you, Kenko.
just for the purposes of chat, there was a possibility that Kenko managed to achieve his lifelong ambition of flying unassisted. Right, so do we reckon the upgrade is in the last little bit of the harbour, or do we think it's in the last little bit of the Ribeira?
I don't know where the last upgrade is. What are we missing?
Suspension, I believe it was.
What, for the elephant?
No, for the Mercer.
I can't remember where I sent them things. Oh yeah, Kenko, just go on your WhatsApp. It's right, I had to search where I sent it to you.
How many missions have we got left?
I'm working on one. Soma, you're working on one, right?
Not quite, no.
Okay,
I finished my one.
Mine is the one that I'm working on for contracts, that is.
I'm working on one. Got an hour, basically.
I've just watched that clip again of what happened. That is amazing.
This looks properly dodgy.
I can't stop watching it. Oh, that's brilliant.
So you can do push-pull trucking. Yeah. Although it's more pull and not push. Iron Chief, thanks 15. I'm losing bits of ice here. Right, round there. I remember when Mr. Diesel Triangle posted his video in Discord. I don't know.
Don't even know who that is.
You could try searching for it. Honestly, these shards of ice are just disgusting.
Captain Flint, that's kind of concerning how, how fast you found that clip.
Captain's log. What the heck are we stuck on now? They're just a deliberate wind up these things. Honestly, this ice is ridiculous. You just watched it yourself. I happen to remember where it was, Captain Flint. Well, don't you think some of that would have broken away at that point, having all that iron slamming down on it? Mr. Ferret Bomb, thank you very much for the raid.
Double raid hype. Twice from Ferret and...
Thank you very much, Ferret. Can we get a nutty welcome for Ferret Raiders? I really don't want to damage this truck because I don't have any more repair points left.
Ferret bobbling raid. Ferret bobble.
Thank you for 122 months, sir. What was you playing, Ferret? I know Kenko was flying. Blueprints. Blueprints. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is. I assume it's a new game. Wandering around the mansion in blueprints is weirdly addictive. Really good at making you feel smart. Wait, so what's the... Is it a puzzle game? It's like a room-based puzzle roguelike sort of game. Ah, okay. Or you're building a mansion. You're trying to unlock your inheritance from your crazy uncle, hence the name of the game.
I don't know if the name Blueprints leads me to trying to get my inheritance from a crazy uncle.
Do you have a crazy uncle?
No. But if someone said I'm playing that game, I wouldn't immediately go, that's the crazy uncle one.
Is anybody doing Beauty Has Its Price?
Yes.
Because that...
I've done the first 3 steps to that. I'm now on the last bit.
Okay. Is somebody doing fishy business?
No, because it's... Don't think so.
Isn't it locked under a...
Nope. The top 2 lock the
I've
bottom
done
2.
the... Okay, I've done the planks for that. I haven't done the logs, but I'm not currently doing the logs, so you carry on. I'd like to obviously try and get this upgrade unlocked, and then that's that side of things complete, you know?
What was the log truck that I left lying around? Was that on the other map?
It was at the sawmill in the harbour.
Where's a sawmill? Oh my god, when you use the mouse and it just freezes the game for 2 seconds. Every single time. It just gets so annoying. Wow. 12%. Somebody's nicked petrol out of that.
No, it is incredibly fuel efficient, that machine. It's probably how you finish with it.
I didn't really like that because the trailer's been detached from it as well.
I drove it around those logs in the middle to see what Sammy needed, so he didn't have to come all the way, but it was on like 40 litres.
So I need medium logs. It means I need this and its trailer go into the other place. No, I mean diesel, Tommy, not gas. Mounting cabin. Fishing fest. Okay, so a log site, which means I need the original entrance. Gateway to the harbour. Okay. Do that then. You randomly pull blueprints from your pool of potential rooms, hopefully not block yourself from going deeper. What's it called? Blueprints? I'm sure I've seen somebody play this.
So what about the crazy uncle, Paul?
Oh no, I haven't seen anybody play this. Released on the 10th of April, 10 days ago. Very positive. Single player. So it's a full release. It's not like early access. 7.8 hours. It's not good with RNG. Downvote. Everybody else upvote. 44 hours. Initially, I was on board. The game regrettably falls apart. I could rant for spoiler-laden hours about the woes of attempting to find a redacted or redacted or redacted. But instead, I'll say it has a strong start. The developer figured out how to make a puzzle game filled with RNG work. Sadly, after putting in many hours of solving joy, it's burnt out trying to get the correct combination of rooms out of a pool of possibility that shrinks as my progression continues. I respected Blueprints while it respected my time. It no longer does, and now I no longer do. And then another big post at 60 hours from a guy with a downvote. Just more satisfied that the game you've been wrestling with to give you what you need finally did so. It's hard to know if they're just skill issues or people ranting. Or whether they're genuine game balance concerns.
I'd assume Ferret's got like 30 hours in it now. Because I think he was playing the same thing yesterday.
I think it needs more sample data. We need more people to put 60, 70 hours in and come back and say.
How much is it?
It is... It is 10% off, currently $22.49.
So 25 quid for 50 hours of gameplay. Ish is sort of what they're saying, right? But is it infinite or is it...
It probably is replayably infinite, I would guess. If it's roguelite, it'll just be different every time you play it because it'll just keep changing the what happens to you randomly. Like your path will be different every time.
Oh, it's also on Game Pass.
Dead Sanator, like 57 months.
Right, that's that prototype unit done, pups.
Nice.
So I'm going to try and do that Fog of War.
Story-based roguelike with multiple endings. Yeah. Yeah, but it's on Game Pass and you've already got Game Pass, you can try it for free, can't you?
Yeah.
How much is Game Pass these days? Didn't they create multiple levels of Game Pass?
Yep.
Like it used to be one Game Pass and then they went, no, well, now we're going to split it. Do what Sky did with their channels. Yeah, it's not just Sky Sports now, it's football and F1 and cricket. It's a benefit for you because you can specialise and pick what you want. Well, I used to get all of it. Yeah, but now you can choose what you like. But now it costs more money. No, you're thinking of it the wrong way. Like that. Oh, thanks, Mr. Invisible Ice. That's one of the reasons I'd never get a Sky Glass TV. Firstly, because they're not particularly good TVs, and secondly, more importantly, because it just tracks everything you're watching.
Oh, yeah, my last experience of Sky Glass was rubbish. I still don't understand that place we stayed at. Like, pay for...
Lost me.
In London, like, he
Right.
paid for the Sky Glass, which is hundreds of pounds up front, and then and then a plus on top of that, a monthly fee, but had the slowest internet, so you couldn't use the Sky Glass. Even though there was a fibre running to the place.
I reckon you're artificially limited, but I'll guess that though. Oh yeah, it's capitalism at its finest. Or rather, greed. Corporate greed at its finest. What's Sky Glass TV? It's basically Sky TV's TV, but it incorporates the satellite, effectively incorporates the equipment inside. So you plug it into the internet, and you don't need a Sky box, you don't need a satellite box anymore. It uses the internet to get all of its feeds, allows recording and that kind of thing.
It's a bit like AT&T providing a TV and all of your visual needs in one big package, would be my Americanism link.
And they're like 600 plus up front plus a monthly fee.
That's quite a chunky TV as well.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It wasn't exactly...
It's your service provider of your telecommunication requirements doing your TV and your internet and your subscriptions and your viewing this and your viewing that concept of life.
Does it count to the screen touch thing you guys pay? Yes. And you mean a TV license? Yes. That's another thing.
Yeah, can you have a Sky Glass without having a TV license then?
No, you have to have a TV license because you're watching live TV. It's like, it's the same as having a Sky box in your house. You need a TV license for that. That's another thing that should be scrapped, though, is that TV license.
That's not even gold, though. Everybody knows it should be scrapped. It's just how you scrap it's the problem.
You say...
You go 1st of April, okay, no TV licenses anymore.
Exactly.
And the 80,000 people that work at the BBC Corporation and paid for by that, what do you do with them? Buy them all?
But they're also paid from third-party places because BBC is split off into multiple subsidies.
Worldwide is a limited company. It's a completely separate thing to the BBC. But the
Okay,
BBC's funded.
80,000 people still at the BBC.
The BBC's funded entirely from license fees, whereas worldwide is funded entirely from commercial projects it can do.
I wasn't on about worldwide, but inside BBC there is multiple like BBC Store is its own subsidy.
which, if you look, will be a brand. Anything commercial has to sit under BBC Worldwide. Like if you go buy Doctor Who toys from the store, it will be sitting under Worldwide Limited. It won't be sitting under the BBC.
Apart from The Apprentice, which is once a year, what else do I watch on the BBC that I can't get elsewhere?
I'm just saying, it's not as simple as flick the switch, everybody stops paying the license. There's a lot more to it. And nobody has the solution, that's the problem.
Just scrap the BBC? I mean, even Doctor Who, one of their longest running shows, is now on about being put on the shelf because it's rubbish.
It's quite a big organisation. You can't just, like, there's lots of people with jobs and pensions who've worked there for many, many years. You can't just flick that switch off. That's what I'm saying.
Who reads the Daily Mail? It's just full of clickbait titles. I've got the solution, Paul. We print a load of money and we give it to everyone to see them over till they can get a new job.
Well, what do you mean you get pensions? It comes out of salary sacrifice, but you get tax breaks when you contribute to your pension. You're still paying money into your own pension pot at the end of the day. And the one benefit of watching TV on BBC, you don't have to put up with ads.
It's true.
Certainly contains no medical ads, let's put it that way. Used to read the BBC in the States, even though they started to go sensationalist. They've started to back off and do, like, what do they call it now, BBC Verify and stuff, where they'll take some nonsense that somebody's come up with and then go and verify it and fact check it.
Danger, I 100% wholeheartedly disagree with that statement.
Don't get Sean onto rugby.
No, this is an actual fact. ITV have the rights to double the amount of games that the BBC are allowed to play. ITV own the majority of the Six Nations rights.
Scrap the BBC license, and next thing we'll have Welcome to the Apprentice sponsored by Shady VPN. Lol. You're not wrong. Not wrong.
I do The Apprentice.
You'll have Alan Sugar holding up, like, wearing Nods VPN t-shirts and stuff.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's the way it'd go. That's what happens when you commercialise stuff.
They cancelled data equivalent to a TV licence in Belgium in 2002.
Alan
Lol,
Sugar
Jack
the
Sims.
Manscaped. Unless you're English, the ITV Six Nations commentary is horrendous. I don't watch it, so I don't know.
It's not looking good, boys.
What's not?
This upgrade location.
No, the Apprentice is sponsored by Domestical.
American football coverage in the US is 1 hour of game in 3 hours of commercials. Yes, I completely agree. It's you can't watch the content anymore because the adverts are in the way of it.
How long is an American football game meant to be? Like, I know it's in quarters. How long is a quarter? Okay, so it's an hour. But is it in reality, is it an hour? Because haven't you got the stoppages and then switching the attack and the defence and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah? It's a bit like baseball's meant to be quick, but it turns out it's like 6 hours long. 60 minutes game time, but in reality it's nearly 4 hours. Oh, that's amazing.
Well, it's long enough that everybody can go and watch a game and eat loads of hot dogs. The longer people are watching the game, the more they're buying stuff, right?
Yeah. I could watch at least 2 feature movies instead of 1 NFL game.
Doesn't cricket take a week? Hang on. It depends what cricket you're talking about. There's different matches of cricket. A test cricket match will take a week, yes. But that's, you can do 2020 stuff, can't you? It just takes a day.
Yeah, there's T20, which is about half a day. Then there's 50 over / 1 day, which is clearly a day, and then there's test cricket. I mean, and if you're an England test cricket follower at the moment, the tests are normally 3 / 4 days because England just let's go and see how hard we can hit some balls. What is test cricket and why? Because there's 2 innings for each team. And you can bat as long as you have people to come in afterwards.
I mean, you can get into the realms of they have to understand the rules to understand what an innings is and what... Basically, you get almost like 2 matches in 1 week. Think of it that way.
Yeah. That's a better way of putting it for people who don't know.
I thought this had... Oh, no. I had fuel on this thing. Well, that's a ripperoonie on toast.
No, Jack Sims, the 100 should be scrapped. The 100 is basically T20 cricket, but let's take 20 bowls off the team. It should have just kept it as T20 because that's basically what it is. In fact, that's quite funny that talking about. They're on about taking that Jack Sims back to being called T20 and adding the 20 extra bowls.
The immortal words of 1990 TMN and TV movie. You have to know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
No.
I've never heard that before.
Seriously about to enter the debate of what a crumpet is.
I've never heard that quote before. You're not a cricket enthusiast, Jackson?
Yeah, it doesn't have a wing and a set of jet engines on pole that you can go jet setting in.
Nice.
Right, that's that one done. After, what's that? 2.5 hours?
Skill issues.
Slacker.
Oh, all right.
That had like 3 steps to it, and I've done every single one of them. So
Get the violins out.
Oh, wooden planks, short logs.
I've done the planks.
Is that
That's the
across
mission you're
the
looking
lake? Oh no, it's just that's the one that's just been unlocked. Paul,
Oh, it's
Paul,
another one unlocked.
Paul, when you're on a flat piece of ground, can you activate across the lake? I don't know if I still have my logging truck. What are you doing, Sammy?
I'm hunting for this
Okay.
upgrade.
That's got 2 planks in, but I can make another 2. How many do I need? 4. It goes to there. Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, Twist, that's exactly it. They're trying to like change it to make it more accessible. Like the game's a bit punchy like the T20. In India, it's been very popular.
Oh, the IPL was amazing. Also, that is kind of true, but not kind of true about the 100 in the UK. That was done as a business adventure. Because there's been multiple talks about selling it to like Saudi Arabia for an insane amount of money. I don't know if I'm going to have time to go across 2 maps.
Yeah, I've got the same problem.
I can.
Hi all, hope you're having a great day.
Veo, thank you for 10 months.
That's across 2 maps and then completely other side of the second map.
Well, you can, if you've got nothing to do, drive this thing.
What thing?
I'm in the log truck. You can go in front with that one. I don't know how far you'll get, but I don't think this is going to make it easily on its own. There's a lot of weight here.
I suppose if I follow that mission, I know where you're going. Oh, you're going over there?
Yeah, exactly. And that tanker's out of fuel now. Oh, hang on. Ice just suddenly gave way. Is that a finish for a day after the F1? Before the F1?
I don't know what route you've got planned. Is it to the right?
Right. A log crane should fit behind the cab, Tommy. You can probably put it on. I just didn't. It's more weight at the end of the day. If all this falls off, we're toast.
I've got 80 litres left, by the way.
80?
Yep.
Well, if you help get it up this hill, that'll be some help. Having said that, I've burned 100 litres just getting here. So, this ain't going far.
Don't know what way you've got. Have you got
right.
left? Okay.
Right, if you stop there for a sec.
Have I got any trucks nearby that I can bring over to give you fuel?
Just chuck that fuel into this truck. What we're going to have to do is bring another fuel truck onto this map. So if I spawn one, you can drive it over here. Because this isn't going to make it to the destination without fuel. Not a chance. So if I jump back to the other map... Actually, no. If you jump out of that, I'll respawn it.
Go.
And then you can basically drive it back onto this map.
I'm out.
Because it's empty anyway. I haven't got any mods. Infinity, no. Right, you can get in it.
Roger.
Where's the best place for you to take that thing? I reckon...
I don't want it near the...
If you come back into where it was, in that harbour, and then head west down to the warehouse.
Okay, so come in at the harbour, and then...
The east side entrance, like the original entrance.
Yep.
And then go west to the warehouse where you currently are. Basically where you are now at the dam, you want to get back there with that fuel tanker. Because I don't think I'll even make it there, to be honest, but I'm going to try.
Okay, I'll jump in it now.
Trouble is with this thing, it doesn't go anywhere without all-wheel drive. When you engage all-wheel drive, it burns like 26 litres, which is about 10 minutes of endurance.
If you had a full tank, right?
Yep. Leo Phillip, thank you for subbing with tier 1. Yeah, it's not great. You turn diff lock off and it, sorry, all-wheel drive off and it pretty much halves it.
It's like feathering all-wheel drive constantly, isn't it? It's annoyance.
I suppose there's like a scout trail lying around.
Ah, there it is.
Well, have you found the upgrade?
I found where it is. I just got to get to it.
Oh, on the west there.
Where was it?
I did a quick scan just south
easy
of
to
where
get
the
that.
bricks were.
It's the end of a dead end road.
Because there was a little bit of grey there, and I was like, and there's a dead end road. It's like, what's the chances? Is there a mission thing down there or not? So I had a quick scan and it came up. So
Did you?
I won't be Twister now. I think I've gone the wrong way. Tomorrow's either going to be recording or a day off, depending on how broken Derail Valley is. Wednesday, I'm in Dublin with the family for the day as a birthday treat. Saturday is my birthday, but I'll be streaming.
you going to play a game you want to play, Paul?
As opposed to what?
Talking about your birthday, you need to let Wiki Tom know what you want to do.
I'll just say I'm not flying. I don't think I'm honestly going to get time. There's a lot going on this week, but I was hoping to do stuff last week, but it never happened. Oh my god. Give me a tree! Yeah, I could have spent time flying with him tomorrow, but he's not around. Like, trying to overlap with his evenings is very difficult. That's, you know, because he works in the day kind of thing.
I think he's travelling back tomorrow, isn't he, from his parents?
Yeah.
Right, I need to go down to that. Okay, so that's...
I've almost made it to the dam. I'm quite impressed.
I'm just come through the gateway, so I'll be there very short.
Yeah, I'll race to Paul as well to try and give him a fuel top up, but
yeah,
we'll see how we get on.
Oh, it's not looking very clever at all. Never got stuck in here before with the other trucks.
Also 10 minutes.
National anthem was just played for what?
10 minutes to F1.
Oh, I missed the national anthem.
Yeah, I know, it's a shame, isn't it? Right, how many safety cars are going to be?
I predict within the first 10 laps there'll be either a red flag or a full-on safety car.
I reckon that. I reckon in total, I'm going to say there'll be 3 safety cars this race.
I don't think this truck's coming up here without massive help.
I don't think I'm far, and I'm not sure how far Sammy is.
Well, I'm with him. I haven't got back. I can try, but
yeah, but Sammy, if you look at the top of the dam, there's a
truck
Freightliner or a Kenny. One
Right.
of my other trucks is sat up there.
Has it got fuel?
I believe so.
Yep. So this truck idles at 4.7 litres a minute. If I put the all-wheel drive on, it idles at 6.5 litres a minute. Can somebody explain to me how that works?
I was going to say, that shouldn't make a difference if you just sat there idling.
Oh, he's turned that on, add 50% to the fuel burn. What?
So that's reading only iFiles, isn't it, mate? I have a feeling I should have turned around. To come down forwards and then turn around.
Oof.
I'll sit and watch.
There goes a wheel.
So I've got loads of spares on the Earth Roamer.
I just punctured my front tyre. I probably should change the tyre before I go anywhere. Have you got a spare tyre in that thing?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, got it.
Lovely.
Are you going over the dam?
1 sec, let me check my map. Keeping left past pups. Assuming you can go that
Right.
way to the warehouse effectively.
Yeah, you can.
I'll probably have to park up at the warehouse and leave it there.
Sounds good.
Otherwise we're going to be out of time for the F1.
I'll move out your way.
How's today going, Logan? Not too bad. We've done most of the missions on Quebec. I'd say we've done 90% of it. Although the game will probably disagree.
Contracts, yeah. The contracts, we've got 3 to go, right?
According to the game, we have done 57% of Quebec.
That's rubbish. Unless there's a load of stuff we've not discovered.
Missions finished. 33 out of 63.
What?
Yeah, because the missions and the tasks are combined, aren't they?
I feel like there's that many tasks, is there?
That doesn't make any sense.
One,
probably
2, 3, 4,
15 on
5,
each.
6, 7, 8. There's 8 on this map. Let me check the other one.
There's probably 3 that we haven't activated, though.
And 10 on the other map.
Yeah, tell me there's a bunch of tasks we haven't done, but it's not like half of it. In which case, it's basically telling us we've got at least another day of gameplay. Is that what it's saying?
Nah.
If we've done
Maybe
the
an-
big
maybe an
contracts,
hour.
the tasks will be quick.
I think it's more than an hour. There's a few tasks left.
I would say probably 2 and a bit hours.
How many lawns? What do you mean? Ooh, tarmac. What's that?
I mean, are we going to carry on? You got 5 minutes?
Nah. We've got...
I can see the fishing fest in the distance.
Yeah, I know, but it's literally 8 minutes to start the race, 7.5. We've got 3 tasks left on the contract, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left on that. So that's 11? So how on earth?
And then 20, and then 10 on the other one. There's 21. I think there's definitely the mission of the task of Neighbours from Hell has not been started as far as I know. Yes, it has. Okay. Not sure though.
I was going to say, that's the first one of the first ones I got.
Yeah, we'll have to book Sammy for another half day or a day, but we have got roadcraft coming up, so it's a bit more of a priority, I think.
I don't feel like the last 3 contracts is going to be anything content worthy, you know?
No, but they need knocking on the head.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, we're done here, guys. We're going to stop there because the F1 is going to start shortly. So thank you for watching. Hope you had fun today and yesterday and Friday. And yeah, have a great week ahead. Easter Monday tomorrow. So in the UK, you've definitely got the day off. I don't think America do. I don't know about Europe.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
At the end of the Easter streams, I have just one thing to say: get wrecked, Flinty.
Chris, I think you beat him to it, lol. Thanks, Mickey. Can we get some love in the chat for the mod team as well, guys, and also for Sammy and Pups for joining me this weekend.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Thank you, Captain Flint. Yeah, we're going to go shoot off and watch the F1 now. It starts in 5 minutes. Have a great week ahead. Enjoy the F1 if you're watching it. Sammy, Pups, do you want to say a good night to the stream? Or
good night to the stream.
Good night, everybody.
Right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you next weekend. Take it easy. Love you all. Good night.